everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Today I'm going to show you how I've made this lovely handbag photo frame. I've seen similar ideas on Pinterest, very inspired, lots and lots of different ones, but I couldn't find any measurements to follow, and so I've made this using the inspiration from Pinterest but come up with the measurements myself. You're more than welcome to use them and to replicate this. The basic idea is pretty simple. It looks like a handbag. Alright, we've got the lovely paper there. The new one, I've just done a little decorative cluster there with some retired stamps, which I love, some bits of new stamps that were die cuts left over on my desk, and what I've created is a lovely little gift. So it opens up like so, and it will stand up on your desk, and each one of these holds a photo mat. So you can have it on your desk at work with photos of your children in, or whatever, your dogs, your car, whatever it is you, picture of a chocolate bar, whatever you like. But yeah, in all seriousness, you can put photos of your loved ones in, and that slides in and out nicely for you to add them. So I'm going to show you how we made it, give you the basic ins and outs of it, and then you can decorate it yourself. I've left it plain on the back. It's nice too. It will fold up pretty flat to send in the mail. I think it's just a cute gift. So I'll show you how it's made. So you start off with a piece of 12 by 12. I'm using the new Magenta Madness. Alright, so let me just look at my measurements. So this is, so I've cut the 12 by 12 down, and I've cut it to 5.5 by 12. Alright, and we're going to score it very simply at, I'll just make me open this, 5.5, 6 and 6.5. So 5.5, 6 and 6.5. I'm going to leave the measurements on my blog. Whether that post will be ready by the time this video is loaded, it might be later on, I'm not sure, but I will leave a link in the description box below, and I will do a blog post with all the measurements. So if I go too fast, you miss them, hop on over to my blog. Alright, so we've scored at 5.5, 6 and 6.5 on that piece. Alright, and then we've got a piece here. This measures 5.5 by 3, and we're going to score that at 1/2 inch. Okay, like so, easy peasy. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a cord punch, and this small piece on the opposite side to where we've scored, we're going to round each corner. Oh, that's not done it. There we go, that's better. Wasn't pressing hard enough. Okay, and then we're going to fold over and burnish that score line. Alright, so that's that. Is that the right size? That's not the right size. Let me trim it down. It's the wrong size, is that? I've cut that to, what have I cut that to? 6.5. It needs to be 5.5. Let's just trim it down. Okay, and redo that corner. Alright, so 5.5 by, that is 5.5 by 3, scored at 1/2 inch there, rounded the corners. Put that to one side. And then this piece that you've got here, we need to mount and valley these score lines. So the very middle score line, you've got 3 score lines, so the middle one you fold up. No, you don't, yeah, you fold up, and the other 2 you fold the opposite way. Have you done that right? I think so. So that you have got like a W shape, like that. Okay, so that it stands like that. Okay, so you want your in bit on the inside. Alright, gives that a nice crisp fold. Sorry about the poor lighting, it's late at night. There's not a lot I can do about it. So then what we're going to do is we've got a piece of DSP, and this measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. We're going to layer that on there. Just make sure the pattern follows correctly. Yeah, you want it going upwards. This is going to be the top, and where it folds there is the bottom. So just check the direction of your paper. I'll just bob that on there. If you want to use magnets for your closure, you want to put a magnet underneath. I don't have any, so I'm going to have to use something else. Alright, so that's that one. And then for this one here, I'm going to layer the DSP. And the DSP on this one measures 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that wants to go on like that. So I'm just going to check the direction of it and then round the corners. Okay. I can glue that on there. Super easy, really fun. You can use what colours you want. You could make it bigger or smaller. The basic principle's simple. You could put whatever you want. You could turn it into a card instead of photo mats. You could do one side as a card, like a sentiment, and just one side as a photo holder. You could do what you want. If you do, give it a try. Do share on my social media. Give me a quick mention, I do appreciate it. Don't mind anybody using my ideas, but it's nice to just get a quick mention so that other people can come and watch my video and give it a try for themselves. So we're going to attach this flap to the back. We're keeping the back plain to save on supplies. You can cover it if you like. I'm keeping it plain. I'm not going right up to the score line. I'm just going just before, and then just give that a press. Alright, and that is the basic shape of your little bag. Alright, and then what I've done is I've just cut a long strip from a piece of scrap. This is just 1/2 inch strip. Just do that. It's getting quite dark, so the light's really rubbish, I am sorry. And then what I do is I put it flat on the deck, and then I'm just going to crease it a little bit just to make it easier to glue. And you can have your handle as tall or as short as you like, it doesn't really matter. And you stick it on the back side there, okay? So I'm just going to eyeball it. If you're one of those people that's really precise, feel free to measure so it's got a nice even space. And then I'm just going to hold that on a minute while it dries. Just hold it. And again, I've not really measured the length of that strip. Just do what you want. I mean, this one here is quite short and that one looks longer. Alright, I've just used scraps, so whatever I've got on my desk, that's how long it is. There's no precise measurement for that. Alright. Okay, just be careful not to blob glue everywhere like I am doing. Okay, I'm rushing. You need to take a bit more time. Let me just get that off with it. Take more time and be careful with yours. Obviously I've got to be a bit faster. So that's a bit of a taller handle, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to do the inside now, and I'll show you how to do the parts that hold the photo mat. I'm going to show you in stages. I've got a before and after. So you need 2 pieces of cardstock, whatever colour you like, and these measure 6 1/2 by 5 3/4, and then the 5 3/4 side needs to be the outside bit, the shorter bit that's going to go here. Alright, it's going to go on there. I think I've done that right. Yeah, let me just double check. So 5 3/4? Yeah, 6 by 5 3/4, and then you score each one at 1/2 inch on the larger side. So we've got 6 by 5 3/4. And we're scoring on 3 of the sides, making sure that this side here is a 5 3/4 side, so that it all fits in there nicely. And then what you might need to do as well is you might just need to cut another sliver off. You'll just have to adjust it. It depends on your thickness of your cardstock. So you will score and burnish all of those. Alright, so you've got a 1/2 inch score on 3 sides. Alright, and this side is on the 5 3/4 length. Alright, I hope you're with me. And then what I've done is I have got a square die and cut a hole out, and this measures 3.5 by 3.5, this die. Alright, so I'm just going to bob this to one side because I've not cut that. I cut this beforehand to save time. So as I've explained, we've got 1/2 inch score lines on 3 sides. So I'm going to fold those in and burnish them. Alright. Okay. Let me just check that I've got this the right way around. This should be 5 1/4, yeah, so this is the 5 3/4 side, and that's going to go on there. So what you want to do then is just grab, and what I do is I do them both at the same time. So you get both of them and you get a circle punch and you notch. So find more or less the middle point. Again, if you want to be more careful, you can measure it. I'm just doing it by eye. There we go, we've got a thumb notch. Alright, and then where you have folded and scored, we need to cut at an angle all the way across, like that. Alright, so just cutting across so we can fold it in without the bulk, and there we're notching there, and we're notching there. Okay, so you've got that kind of shape with them notches and them notches, so that when it folds in like so and the bottom one folds in, you use these sections to glue and none of them impede on each other. Alright, let me just move that, try and brace against the light. Let me just move my lamp slightly, see if that gives us a bit more light. Right, so then what we do is we get each one. Now if you're really clever, you could cut a piece of DSP as well and cut a bigger, you'd need a bigger one, you'd need a 3 3/4 maybe. Alright, and then you could border that with DSP. I didn't want to bother with that because it was too much faff for me. Alright, so then we're going to glue these 3 sides. Okay. If you're clever, you'll check before you glue, which I haven't done, that it's not too big, because depending on the thickness of your card, it's fine, it fits fine, does that. So that should just nestle just inside there nicely. Don't have it right up against the score line, and don't have it right up to there because you need room to get your photo mat in or out. Alright, try not to get glue all over and try and get it straight, Amanda. That's not straight. Take more time over it than I am. I'm rushing to show you, so it's not a really long video. I took ages doing my main one. I'll show it you again before the end. If you do get glue on there, just use a glue eraser or a wet wipe, we'll get that off. So you stick both of those, one on each side, okay, and then you've got your photo mat. Right, so the measurements for the photo mat. I've used black here, and this measures 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. The pink measures 4 1/2 by 4 1/2, and this measures 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's just how I liked it. Alright, so that the increment on the pink card is a little bit bigger than the increment on the black card. You can do it how you want, but I did it that way because I want this. This is 3 3/4, the white one, and this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So I just wanted this to just be a little bit bigger than that window, so that it's not gappy when you slide it in. Okay, so that when you slide it in, you've not got any gaps, and then you can put your photo on there, or stamp some nice sayings, whatever you want. Alright, and then you glue them all together like so. And then what I've done is I have created, if I show you mine, I've created tabs for mine, and on here I've used the a retired Stampin' Up tab punch. I'll just grab it and show you. This one, okay, but there's lots of alternatives out there. If you don't have a tab punch, use a circle punch and just fold it in half. Alright, so I've added the tab punch there and I've added DSP on that. So that is cardstock with DSP layered over the top, just to make it a bit more sturdy, because you're going to be pulling it in and out. And then one thing you just might need to do, this one should fit fine, it's not dry, glue's not dry properly, so that will slide in there like so. Let me just do it the other way around, I find it easier for some reason. Now if for some reason it's a bit of a snug fit like that one is, I don't know why, there we go, it's because it's not dry properly, I'm struggling. It's because it's not dry and it's not glued down. If it's a bit of a snug fit and you're struggling, what you need to do is just trim a sliver off of your black there. That's not dry, so I can't get it in. I'm under too much pressure. Alright, so let me just show you on this one that I've finished. So that slides in there, and I did just trim a sliver, just a tiny sliver extra off the side. Even though I'd measured it, can't get it in at all now. It does fit, honestly. It does fit. There we go, see, there we go. So yeah, just adjust it, because you don't know different thicknesses of cardstock, etc. Some of this is Stampin' Up cardstock and the black is from my stash. So they're two different brands, two different thicknesses. So you might just need to adjust by a sliver of a cat's whisker. Alright, and they'll just slide in there. And then I've just decorated with just a little small flower punch that I had in my stash. I've inked the leaves, and then I have coloured some pearls with lovely lipstick and added those on there. And then as you can see, I have added some of that stuff, hook and loop or hook and eye, whatever they call it, as my closure, and done a lovely little, it's got a bit flattened, it's meant to be 3D, a lovely little cluster there just to finish it off. Alright, so I hope you'll get the general gist of that, and it wasn't too quick, because obviously this, if you take time over it, will take you a lot longer than I've done it on this video. I'm trying to be really quick. Alright, I'm going to leave all of the measurements over on my blog at Scrimping Mummy. Look at my technical drawing there. Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, so that you can recreate this yourself at home. It is really lovely. It makes a lovely gift, and like you see, it will all open out like so with your lovely photo mats. So go and give it a try. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.